Local man arrested twice in one day and 9 times this year. Tonight, business owners frustrated repeat offenders keep getting released and committing more crimes.
That kind of stuff is becoming more and more common in Spokane and has me very concerned.
We're under a KREM 2 weather impact alert as summer continues. Hot, dry, windy conditions tomorrow mean critical fire danger.
Plus, Spokane's South Hill rapist on track to be released from civil commitment following a motion by the state's attorney general. We'll break down why. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. We start tonight with some breaking news. There is a large police presence right now on the South Hill on East 34th Avenue between Myrtle and Havana. Here is a live look at the scene right now. So for reference, this is near Chase Middle School. Our crew is on the scene right now. We are still waiting for police to confirm more information about exactly what happened. But from what we can see, the major crimes unit just arrived on scene. So certainly police investigating this one. This is a big scene. We'll bring you the very latest updates tonight at 11 o'clock and on our website, krem.com. If we get more information between now and 11, we'll bring that to you live as well. In other news, a terrifying night for a local worker when deputies say a man armed with a large knife was smashing the business's windows. Authorities arrested the man, but he was released from custody and then rearrested that same night. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy breaks down what happened and why business owners are frustrated.
A shocking moment caught on camera just before 8 p.m. Monday night. A man identified by the Spokane County Sheriff's Office as 46-year-old Tony Gust shattering a drive-thru window of a Dutch Bros coffee location on East 1st Avenue in Spokane Valley with a large knife. An employee inside the business called 911. Deputies arrived a short time later and took Gust to the Spokane County Jail. Deputies later recovered the knife.
One of our directors called me right away, so I probably knew within 2 minutes of the incident happening.
Kevin Parker is the owner of all Spokane region Dutch Bros locations. He says he was concerned about his staff's safety and is worried about himself and other business owners.
That kind of stuff is becoming more and more common in Spokane and has me very concerned.
Adding to his concerns, deputies say Gust targeted another business just a few hours later. Gust was booked into Spokane County Jail with charges of malicious mischief in the 3rd degree and intimidation with a weapon. He was later released, only to be arrested again less than 4 hours later. At around 11:40 p.m. the same day, Spokane police responded to another vandalism call of someone trying to break windows with a mop handle at a business on West Summit Parkway. Officers soon determined it was Gust. Turns out, deputies say, he was released from custody earlier that night due to overcrowding at the jail. After his second arrest, Gust remains in custody on 2nd-degree commercial burglary, arson, and 1st-degree malicious mischief charges. It marks Gust's 9th arrest this year alone. His previous arrests include charges of assault and criminal trespassing between February and September of this year. Of Gust's 9 arrests, he was released 3 times due to jail overcrowding.
It's really important the city has a nurse back to health, and we really need people who understand how important that is.
Parker says the situation is frustrating for him and other business owners. The Sheriff's Office estimates Gust's most recent alleged vandalism cost the business roughly $6,500 in repairs.
I wonder if we should start sending the bill to the city and county for them to fix the vandalism that keeps taking place.
For now, Gust remains in jail on $36,500 bond. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's talk weather on this Wednesday night with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Lagoud. Jeremy, let's talk tomorrow specifically because we are issuing a KREM 2 weather impact alert for tomorrow.
Mark, I think it is definitely going to be a high fire danger day. Today, we topped out in the 80s, mid-80s for a lot of us, and it came with an exceptionally dry atmosphere. Tomorrow, we are going to be every bit as warm. We have red flag warnings in place because not only are we going to be warm and dry, but we're also going to be windy. We have a cold front sweeping the region. It's a dry cold front, and it looks to arrive later in the afternoon or early evening. Wind looks to pick up around 5 p.m. I think our strongest wind gusts happen shortly thereafter. Between 5 and say 10, our frontal boundary moves through. Moves out and we're back to sunshine. It's that fast. But the presence of the wind with how dry our vegetation is and how dry our atmosphere is going to be means that we're under those red flag warnings and KREM 2 weather impact alerts. That will run through the day tomorrow. Then we're much cooler and calmer on Friday with a high of just 70 degrees.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the show. Now it's time for our Night Beat with a quick look at today's top stories. The U.S. Marshals Service says the father accused of killing his 3 young daughters is dead. The declaration came as part of a court filing today to dismiss Travis Decker's criminal charges in the case. Investigators had been searching for Decker since the end of May. Remains believed to be his were found near Leavenworth last week, less than a mile from where his 3 daughters were found dead. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office, on the other hand, says it's still waiting on DNA confirmation from the state crime lab before closing the case. The Attorney General's motion to release Kevin Coe. A few months ago, Coe's attorneys asked for an end to his civil commitment. By law, the state must evaluate Coe every year and prove he's mentally ill and dangerous to keep him confined. In the motion to dismiss, the AG's office says there's just not enough evidence to confine Coe and that he no longer meets the criteria for a sexually violent predator. The next scheduled hearing for the case is coming up on Thursday. Today, the Bonner County Sheriff's Office released new details about a boating crash that left 1 man dead. Jose Gomez was a passenger on the boat, which crashed just off the shore of Hope on Lake Pend Oreille. Authorities say 54-year-old Sandpoint resident Sean Calden was driving the boat and that alcohol may have been a factor in the crash. Today, the family of Jose Gomez is grieving along with the community.
He's supposed to be here with me till a lot longer. He was the best person. I was so lucky to have him and him love me.
The family invites the community for a special service to honor the life of Jose Gomez on October 3rd at the Elks Club in Sandpoint. The WSP trooper who prosecutors say hit and killed a person while driving drunk has pleaded not guilty today. Sarah Clausen faces vehicular homicide charges related to that crash near Richland back in March. The crash happened while Clausen was off duty. It killed 20-year-old Jose Sanchez. Investigators say Clausen spent hours at a local bar before the crash. A blood test revealed the alcohol in her blood measured more than twice the legal limit. She is due back in court in late October. And that's it for your Night Beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, still ahead tonight, as the city of Spokane continues to struggle with homelessness, they get suggestions from another city who's seen success. But first, Idaho Fish and Game looking for someone they believe caught and then wasted dozens of native fish. We are back in just 90 seconds. Today, Idaho Fish and Game is looking for answers as to who's responsible for illegally dumping and wasting more than 30 kokanee salmon. KREM 2's Christian Garza went to Hayden and shares why this affects everything from other fishermen to our local ecosystem.
Just off the beaten path of Warren Street here in Hayden, Idaho, 31 kokanee salmon were just found laying here in this plot of land. A mystery Idaho Fish and Game has been trying to solve for the last week.
This hits us just as hard as well.
Why these 31 sport fish were wasted and just left in a pile. TJ Ross, a spokesperson for the Panhandle region of Idaho Fish and Game, says although kokanee are abundant throughout the inland Northwest, they still play a vital role in our ecosystem.
And we put a lot of emphasis on managing for kokanee. Anglers love to catch them. The meat quality is really good, so they're very popular sport fish species. They also played a really important role for feeding other fish species that are high priority.
Now, judging by the size of the fish, Idaho Fish and Game believed that the kokanee actually came from here, Lake Coeur d'Alene. On top of illegally dumping these fish, Ross says the organization believes they were caught illegally as well.
So anytime a fish or an animal is illegally harvested, it's a big deal. From our perspective, that is stealing opportunity from law-abiding citizens of Idaho.
While it is still early in the investigation, Idaho Fish and Game is urging the community to come forward with tips as to who committed these crimes.
So the reasons that people illegally take and waste animals, I don't think I will ever understand.
Idaho Fish and Game says there is a reward for anyone who submits a tip that leads to charges. We have how you can do that up on our website, KREM.com. In Hayden, Idaho, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
83 degrees is where we topped out today, some 13 degrees above the seasonal norm. We're doing it again tomorrow, and it comes with wind. We're talking that and why it's a big deal after the break.